Hey guys, welcome back to Builds by Maz. Today I'll be showing you how to replace your old garage door rollers. Replacing metal rollers with nylon ones will help your garage door run smoother and quieter. My garage door is 20 years old and this is how it sounded. If yours sounds anything like that, then this video is for you. Let's get started. To start off, I bought a pack of nylon rollers on Amazon. I'll have a link to these in my video description, but there are plenty of options to choose from. So the question is, how do we remove these old rollers? They're held in place by this hinge, and by design, you can't just pull them out. Really, the only way to do this is to remove the whole hinge, which is holding the roller in place. Usually these hinges are attached to the garage door with 4 matching screws. After you unfasten them all, you can remove the hinge and roller together. Without the garage track in the way, we can easily slide out this roller. Now make sure you only remove one hinge at a time. That way we ensure the whole garage door stays intact. To install the new roller, just slide it into the hinge where the old one was. It really is that simple. Then we can reattach this whole hinge assembly back into the garage door. Line up the screws and drill them back into the same holes where they were originally attached. I usually get them all in about 90% and then fully tighten all 4. Be sure to install these the correct way, and you can look for an arrow which tells you which side is up. With the first hinge fully reinstalled, we can move on to the next roller. Again, you need to fully remove the hinge, pull out the old roller, install the new nylon roller, and then screw the hinge back into place in the same spot. You can do this same process for all the rollers one at a time except the bottom roller. That's really important, so I'll say it again. Do not unscrew the bottom roller in the same fashion that we're doing all of these. I replaced all the rollers on both sides except the bottom ones, saving those for last. And we'll go over that process now. So the bottom roller is attached with a bracket instead of a hinge, and you see all these red screws here? The reason they're red is so you know not to remove them. Now it might be kind of hard to see, but there's this metal cable running all alongside the garage door, and that's attached to the bottom by this bracket here. The cable connects up top to the cable drum, which you can see in the corner here, and it's all held under tremendous tension by the garage door spring, which is why it's dangerous to remove those bottom brackets. Next, pull on your red safety cord, which will disengage the door from the mechanical opener. Then manually open your garage door as far as it will go. I'll show you 2 options for replacing the bottom roller, and the first is bending the track. This is a faster method, but I didn't want to risk damaging the track. But what you would do is find the seam where the straight part of the track meets the curve, come down 6 or 8 inches, take some pliers, and then you'd actually bend the track outwards. So you'd bend this front piece of metal outwards, bring the door down, and then with the wheel lined up on the bent part, you can kind of shimmy the whole edge of the door out. So then you could pop the roller out, put a new one in, put the door back in place, roll it up, and then bend the track back into its proper position. Now I'll show you the second option. Here's that cable I was showing you earlier that was under a lot of tension, but with the garage door rolled all the way up, there's almost no tension left on it. So you can actually remove it from the door without putting yourself in danger. You just need to work this little loop on the end off of the door. With the cable disconnected, you can now remove this bottom bracket. Then you can replace the roller just like we've done with all the other hinges. Then screw the bracket back into position. The cable might become unwound during this process, but don't worry, it's easy to get back into place. You'll notice one big groove on the side of the drum. Start by wrapping the cable along that groove from bottom to top. Then just continue wrapping it in a spiral, working it into all these smaller grooves. Hold tension on the cable so that it doesn't come unraveled again. Do as many loops as you need so that the cable is taut when you reconnect it to the garage. Once you've done this on both sides, you can close and open your garage door just to make sure the cable is wrapping properly. If everything looks good, then you're done with the rollers, but I've got a bonus tip for you if you want to further quiet your garage. First, get some silicone spray, and don't try and use regular WD-40, it won't work the same. but go ahead and spray it into all the hinges, along the track, and anywhere where you have moving parts. This will lubricate everything so that it runs more smoothly. It's also really important to spray all along the big garage door spring. Doing this a couple times a year will make sure the spring runs smoothly and quietly and can help extend its life. Give it a good spray and then open the garage to help the silicone work its way into all the coils. This will also expose new areas of the spring, and you can give it a second spray. All these steps taken together should really help your garage door run more quietly. Here's a before and after of my own garage door, and you can really hear how much of a difference everything made. Now you basically only hear the sound of the garage door motor. It really is so much quieter. I hope this video has helped you with replacing your own garage door rollers. And as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.